yol boyunca kadınlardan, çocuklardan ve yaşlılardan çok ölen oluyor. Hamileler ölüyor. Diyarbakır'ın Çermik ilçesinde geldiklerinde bir onbaşı, bir asker, anneannemi evlatlık olarak almak istiyor. O andan itibaren anneannemin ailesiyle ilişkisi kopuyor. Sonra öğrendikçe aslında bu hikayenin çok doğru olduğunu fark ettim. İnanılmaz bir isyan duygusu yaşadığımı hatırlıyorum. Öyle bir isyan duygusu ki geceleri sokağa çıkıp bağırmak istiyordum. Yani bu gerçeği herkese anlatmak istiyordum. Bize yalan söylüyorlar diye bağlamak istiyordum.
The family learned it had an entirely new and different history. Grandma's name was not Sahir, but Granush. She had been baptized as a child and spoke Armenian, which she would later forget. She kept silent about her past, grew up to become a Turkish woman and married. Her children and grandchildren considered themselves Turks, but after she died, her granddaughter published a truthful obituary, to which relatives in America responded.
Anneannem o sırada okula gidiyor. Okuma yazma öğreniyor ve babasına gönderiyor. Babası da Amerika'da olduğu için babası 1915'te ölmüyor. Köyün diğer erkekleri öldürülüyor ama
Սիրելի հայրիկ եւ հորեղբայրներ, գուզենք քանի մտող կրել ցեզի, գհուսանք, որ ամեն բան լավ է ցեզի հետ եւ գաղութենք, որ միշտալ այդպես ըլլա, մենք դբրոց գերտանք եւ չանասիրապար գսորվինք, որբեսի գրթյալ ժարանքներ թարնանք, ծեր ծերքերը գհամբուրենք, Հրանուշ Կադարյան.
That letter from the past was written in Armenian by a young girl who didn't yet know that she'd soon be cut off from her family and her mother tongue. No one knows how many hidden Armenians there are. Official recognition of the events of 1915 would require Turkey to take a fresh look at many of its own citizens.
Quelqu'un d'étonnant quand même parce que sur la tombe de ma mère, il a prié. Il a prié en musulman, mais il a prié. C'est pour ça que je n'ai jamais rien dit de mal sur le peuple turc. Quand je parle, quand je discute de la question entre nous, je dis toujours Ankara, je ne dis jamais les Turcs.
After the Ottoman Empire was defeated in the First World War, a military tribunal was held in Constantinople with the testimonies of witnesses. Even then, the scale of the tragedy was clear. Approximately 1 million people had been killed. In 1919, the former imperial ministers, the three pashas, were sentenced to death, but they all fled the country and escaped punishment. But in less than 3 years, Enver Pasha was killed near Dushanbe. Talat Pasha was shot in Berlin, and Jamal Pasha in Tiflis, now Tbilisi. All three were killed by Armenians. This is Jamal Pasha's grandson, Hassan Jamal. a well-known journalist in Turkey. He's one more person to have broken the silence. He talks openly about recognizing the genocide and has even met the descendants of his grandfather's killer. He opens the conversation with the past by talking about himself.
Soykırımdan kurtulmuş bir Ermeni ile bugüne kadar tanışmadım ama onlara söyleyeceğim şu, onların yaşamış oldukları acıları içimde hissediyorum, onların soykırım acılarını da paylaşıyorum.
For Turks, it will clear the air for them. They will flourish much more, just the way Germany could never have moved ahead the way it has without coming to terms as well as it has with the Holocaust. So I think deeply that Armenians have to do healing on their own. They have a terrible thing fully to accept, which is how much they lost and how that there is never going to be any real justice. It can't be. Sometimes there's just terrible loss, and I think you know about that in your own country. There are huge losses and violations that have to be mourned.
After 1915, Armenians were scattered across the globe. Since then, the majority have lived outside their historic homeland. But whether in Russia, America, France, or Armenia, on April the 24th, they all remember the genocide and its victims. In Yerevan, people visit Tsitsinakabet Hill. It means Swallow's Fortress. They bring flowers and remember all who died, all who lived, and all who witnessed the genocide, as well as those who spoke out about it to the world. They want people to remember. They never want to allow anything like it to happen again.